putting this store again. Clearly, we're not wanted. Stay the hell away from where you're not wanted. You have people out there like Sister Nzinga. They can make the shoes and the belts for you, and that's more special than Ferragamo or whoever's name this is that people are trying to spend all this money on. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I wanted this to come on because we need to stop going where we're not wanted. You know, I don't know why we feel the need to keep doing that. We have people out there, and especially in New York. You know, niggas in New York making boots, bags, belts, purses. Are you serious? Get real. Ferragamo and them to keep their stuff. Barney and them to keep their stuff. If they're doing so well economically that they can turn away business, let them turn away business. Some niggas need to go elsewhere. And I would say start with people like Empress Nzinga. And I don't mean to keep running over you. Go ahead on, sis.
Oh, you're not running over me, sis. What I want to bring to the table is some of our inventions that a lot of people don't know about. We know about George Washington Carver and a lot of the common inventors, but do we know about Mark Dean? Mark Dean was a computer scientist in electrical engineering, and Mark Dean worked for IBM after he finished college. He went to 3 different ones, and the last one was Stanford. He was instrumental in inventing the personal computer on the team. He led the team with IBM, and he holds 3 of IBM's 9 patents. And on his own, he has 20 patents, and he led the team that invented the 1 gigahertz chip, which has 1 million transistors, and it has limitless potential. Dr. Dean also created a process that allowed computers to talk to printers, computers to talk to games and fax machines, etc. So we have Mark Dean be thankful for being able to just press the button and print out whatever we printing. And then we have George Edward Alcon, who was a physicist. He is a physicist. These people are still living. I shouldn't say was. Absolve me. So George Alcon was on the team that he led the team that created the imaging physics. He was an imaging X-ray spectrometer. And this helps scientists better understand what materials are found in something when they can't break it down. So they put it under here, and this helps them to understand it. In 1984, he received the Inventor of the Year award from NASA, and he was also a mentor. He is also a mentor. The next one is Patricia Bath. Patricia Bath is an ophthalmologist and inventor.
And that's a bath like when you take your bath and shower.
Right. She dealt with the eyes. She's an eye surgeon.
Go ahead.
Right. In 1985, she invented the tool and the procedure for the removal of cataracts. The tool is called the laser phaco probe, and the procedure. Before then, when somebody had cataracts, they would use a mechanical grinder to grind the cataracts off. But her method is combined with an optical laser, an irrigation system, and suction. She cut a small incision into the eye, then she inserts the laser into that incision, and the laser vaporizes the cataract and the lens, and then is removed with the suction tubes, and then a replacement is inserted into the eye. And this is almost painless. People go home these days pretty fast, whereas before they didn't even know if it was going to work because a lot of times it wasn't accurate. So she brought a highly accurate tool to the table.
You know, my grandmother had that laser eye surgery that was done by Bath. Now, at that time, I did not know that procedure, and the tool for the procedure was invented by a sister, patented by this sister, and the sister was living in Los Angeles, California, where she got this patent. Now, she has also brought back sight to people that had been blind for over 30 years. Blind is a so-called black woman that has brought vision back to blind people that have been blind for at least 30 years of their existence. Okay?
Exactly.
Now, this is important. This is important. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, the next one that I found, by the way, if you go on Google and you just type in black inventors, and you have to go down a little bit, and they'll just start popping up. So, but I have the websites, and my research is current because I got this research today. I didn't get it last year. I got it today. And so Charles Drew, he was a physician, a researcher, and a surgeon, and he helped us to understand blood plasma, and this led him to inventing blood banks. And so what he did was he took the blood out and he put it in a centrifuge and he spun it around, and this separated the plasma, which is the yellow part. That's 55%. That came to the top of the tube. And then after that, it was the white blood cells, which was 1%. And then after that, it was the red blood cells, which is 45%. And he figured out how to freeze them and store them for later. And this led to blood banks. So he was called in by the military during World War II, and to do mass blood transfusion and to use his processing methods. And so then the armed forces decided that only Caucasian blood could be given to the soldiers. So this is when Dr. Drew protested and he resigned.
Now, people need to know about the significance of Drew and his contribution because that's important. The Red Cross to this day is still utilizing his technology. The bags that they hold the plasma and stuff in is a Charles Drew invention. A lot of people are talking about niggas ain't never done nothing. I mean, hell, half of you suckers wouldn't even be alive today but it's not for niggas. You know, as a matter of fact, people don't even know about Vivian Thomas. Are you familiar with Vivian Thomas? Who was doing all these surgeries when he wasn't even a surgeon because the surgeon didn't know how to do it. They created a HBO documentary about him. What was it called? It might have been something like What God Made or something to this effect. But Vivian Thomas, I think his name is spelled V, like Victor, I-V-I-E-N, Thomas. He was doing all these surgeries, and a lot of situations people were like, well, I don't want him touching my chest because he's a nigger, this, that, and the other. So he tried to stand there and tell the so-called white doctor what to do because he didn't know what to do. So the brother's standing there telling him how to save these babies, and there have been instances where he had to actually step in. And the dude, I think the dude's name was Dr. Blaylock, the so-called white guy, was getting all the credit for all the work that Vivian Thomas was doing. And there were things that, you know, Vivian Thomas wasn't even allowed to go and attend because he was so-called black. And again, I'm saying we keep trying to fit in where we're not wanted. I mean, let these people fall on their face at the end of the day, is what I'm saying. I don't dislike anybody. I'm getting real kind of fed up with all these people that dislike us, and we've given them no reason to. But our people have done and continue to do things that are massively significant to this day. And he was the first surgeon, I think, to do an open-heart surgery on a so-called little white baby. And he stopped a lot of these babies from dying of what they call the blue baby death. You familiar with this? That's Vivian Thomas. I mean, people need to understand that, you know, open-heart surgery, anybody who's had an open-heart surgery, they can thank niggas for the successful one. But the first successful one came from us. Matter of fact, people that have these pacemakers, Ms. Pace, pacemakers, there's important technology inside the pacemakers that a whole lot of people run around here wearing, saving their lives when their hearts go bad. With that word, not for the technology of a so-called black man, the pacemakers wouldn't even be as effective as they are today. Probably wouldn't work quite right at all. Go ahead, sis. I won't keep cutting you off.
Otis Boykin is a resistor, and he improved upon electrical resistor. And when you look in your house, the resistor is in computers, radios, TVs, and this man didn't have enough money to finish school, so he signed up to be an inventor, work as an inventor, and that's how he got his BA. And he got his first patent in 1959 for a wire resistor that allowed a precise amount of electricity to flow through it. And it could take extreme temperatures, and it could also take shock, and it was a low-cost item. And one version of his pacemakers is used today, and one version of his resistor is used today in the pacemaker. And this allows it to make a precise, pulse, and this keeps hundreds and thousands of people alive today.
Right, well, they talk about it here in my niggas. If it comes from my niggas, so many people wouldn't even be alive today. Some of your children wouldn't be alive today. Go ahead, sis. My bad. I got to refrain. I'm trying to refrain.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, I got 2 hours. Have me so fired up because I'm sick of hearing it. Who told you that you are God's creation to everything and niggas created nothing? You got shit screwed up. Everything that's important came from melanin rich people. I'm not saying we created everything, but half the things that are significant, you should thank my people for it. But go ahead on, sis. My bad.
Okay,
I'm working on that refraining.
Huh?
I'm just working on refraining from the cutoff.
We got 2 hours. I'm patient. I'm very patient. I had 6 children. They taught me patience. Okay, Dennis Weatherby. He was chemistry. He went to Wilberforce University in Ohio. This brother was 27 years old when he was on the team that led to the invention of Cascade dishwashing liquid. He was working with Procter & Gamble at that time, and he has the patent. Him and Brian Roselle, they worked on it together, but he has the patent for Cascade dishwashing liquid. Detergent. And
that's
this
all those
lady,
people that have those dishwashers in their houses. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Right. Cascade, very prominent. This sister, Marie Van Britten Brown, she's famous for inventing home security systems in 1960. Yeah. Oh, you heard of her, huh?
Oh, yeah. She's the sister that, she's the one responsible for the technology that people used to pay of having these cameras running in the house so you can see what's going on in your house and outside the house. Go ahead.
Exactly. And the way she set it up at first was very simple. It was one camera on a pole, and it went up and down. It was 4 boxes, and whatever the camera could look through, it would show up on a monitor. And then, in addition to that, she invented this thing where you could open your door with the remote control. And all the home security systems since then have been offshoots
based on that technology. Exactly. See, so these people that are living in their ritzy communities with these security systems and these cameras running around here talk about niggas need to contribute. Well, you can thank my people for that shit you're using there too. Then I'm gonna let you go on into your list because I might take you off your list. I didn't know you had a list.
No, go ahead. I got my list organized.
Because people run around here using these cell phones. Okay. Melanin was a brother that was responsible for the technology to make the cell phone, and it was a brother that was responsible for the technology of getting the cell phone out of the car. You can walk around with it in your pocket. Okay.
Yeah, that would be.
The youngsters may not be. Way back in the day, these mobile phones were mobile because they were in the car. And you could use the phone in the car.